Hi students, in this video we are going to discuss the question number 26 of exercise 6.5 and I hope this video will be helpful for your preparation. So question number 26 of exercise 6.5, the question is show that a semi-vertical angle of right circular cone of given surface area and maximum volume is sine inverse of 1 by 3. There are few hints here. Usually, a word problem or whatever, so far we have discussed for a particular value, that is r is equal to 10 centimeter, r is equal to 8 centimeter, height is this much. So we have a fixed value for which we have taken the formula directly and we have differentiated, we have substituted and finding the value. That is what we have done so far. And in these kind of questions, the question is like in a general way, that is you don't have surface area 100 centimeter square or volume 900 cubic centimeter. So like that you don't have a specific value, but we have to prove or we have to find whatever in the question given. For that you have a clue that given and maximum or minimum. So in the question it can be given surface area or given curved surface area or given volume, etc. So that is the main thing. And maximum volume or minimum volume, maximum CSA or minimum CSA, maximum surface area or minimum surface area. So whatever it may be, the maximum or minimum, that term we have to note it carefully. And the given, whatever it can be, altitude or the slant height, whatever the question may be. So the given, what is the term they have asked in the question, given in the question, and the maximum or minimum, the two things are important. Next thing, as I already told, the given we will be equating to constant. Here in this question, surface area is given. I have written this given here because for your understanding it is not necessary to be written in your answer. So surface area we will be equating to constant. The reason why we are equating to constant is usually in the question it may be like 96 centimeter square or some value will be given. We will be using that value for solving our answer. But here it is not given. So that's why we are equating to a constant. No other reason. And volume maximum is given in the question. And we have to prove the semi-vertical angle, the half portion of the angle, exact half portion, that is sine inverse of 1 by 3. So formula here we are using is surface area of cone pi r l plus pi r square, volume of cone that is 1 by 3 pi r square h. So for this exercise you should know the 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional surface area, volume, etc. so that it will be easy while you solve the question. And we have taken a cone and I have named here as ABCD. That's up to your convenient, however you name, but stick on to that naming throughout the answer. And the vertical angle I have marked as theta. So theta is a semi-vertical angle. The AD and BD both are radius. CD is the height and BC and AC are the slant height of the cone. As given in the question, surface area is given. So I have just written the formula and equated to K. Then the next thing is, as I already told, maximum and minimum. For given we have equated to constant, and for maximum or minimum, that is the equation we are going to differentiate. So mainly if it is volume or area, whatever, we will be having minimum 2 variables mostly. So we can use the product rule to differentiate, that is not the problem. But as we don't know the value, we are going to express all variable with respect to one variable, not necessarily to be expressing height and slant height with respect to r. You can also express slant height and radius with respect to height, or whatever. That's up to you. But whatever you are choosing, stick on to the names whatever you have taken, and the plus and minus sign carefully throughout. That is the important thing. Okay. In this question, we are going to express slant height and height of the cone with respect to r. As the surface area is given, we have equator to k, and the formula is pi rl plus pi r square. First of all, take this pi r square to the right side. That will become minus pi r square. So the product pi r will be in the division. So L is equal to k minus pi r square by pi r. That is the first equation. In order to remember the formula, that is L square is equal to h square plus r square, we are taking a part of triangle from the cone. That is, we know height and radius are perpendicular to each other. So as they are perpendicular, we can take the angle to be 90 degree. And the side opposite to the 90 degree is hypotenuse. That is slant height. The adjacent sides are h and r. And we know by using the Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square is equal to square of sum of square of the adjacent sides. So here L square is equal to h square plus r square. Among them, whichever two quantities we know, we keep it aside to find the unknown value. As we have found already L value here, substitute it, and remember L square. I haven't taken the square root, just I substituted directly and I have squared it. So in the numerator it is a minus b the whole square formula, and denominator it is in product, so we don't want to worry about that much. And taking r to the left side and grouping, that is taking the LCM, simplifying the cancelling terms, etc. Finally we get k h square as, I have taken k as common, so I didn't take the square root because as I already told, it is like difficult for us to differentiate. So I am just having it as h square itself, and I marked it as second equation. And we are writing the volume formula. Since we have the h square, so normally if we square the square root, both will be cancelling, isn't it? So for that purpose, I am just squaring on both sides in order to just avoid the square root problems. So v square is equal to, since the right side everything is in product, so we don't want to worry, just square all the terms. And having v square as z, no specific reason, as we are going to find two derivatives, that is first and second derivative, it might be confusing if you use v square. That's the reason we are expressing in other variable, other letter. It's not necessary to be z, you can choose as your wish. And here I am just taken as z. So z is equal to, and h square we are replacing using the equation 2, and cancelling as they are in product, and writing the remaining term, that is k by 9. I have taken I have kept k as it is outside and multiplied r square inside. That becomes k r square minus 2 pi r power 4. As the process goes for finding the maxima or minima, we'll be finding the first derivative, we will be finding the second derivative, we will be equating the first derivative to 0 to find the respective variables, and we'll be substituting in the second derivative to check whether we are getting positive or negative. That's what we are going to do here also. So till this we have to do carefully, that is formulating the question, analyzing what is given, what we have to find, what is the formula we have to use, that is important. And after which we have formulated the equation, it is easy for us to differentiate. And here we are differentiating with respect to r. K is constant, 9, pi, 2, etc. are constant. Only we are going to differentiate r, the second time derivative. Then as usual, equating the first derivative to 0 to find the r. And the important thing is, here we have k additionally. So we will be using one equation. After simplification we get k is equal to 4 pi r square. We are going to find k and marking it as a separate equation, and will be, as usual, will be finding r. The reason why we are marking k as a separate equation is to find L or H or whatever we required, that is required in the question. We need the value, so we are finding k. So k is equal to 4 pi r square, that is a separate equation. And again finding r from the same part, so that is root of k by 4 pi, and substituting in the second derivative we are getting a negative term. So we don't want to worry about the value, we have to find whether it is positive or negative. That is what important. And in the second derivative we are getting the negative, so r is equal to root of k by 4 pi is a point of maxima as it is negative. And if radius is maxima, then automatically the volume will be maximum. And as I already told, we have expressed L in terms of k. We are going to replace the third equation here, that is, in place of k we are going to substitute as 4 pi r square. Simplifying, we get L is equal to 3r. Again that we mark it as equation 4, because we have to prove theta is equal to sine inverse of 1 by 3. So for that purpose we have found L in terms of r. And in order to prove the angle, we have to take the sine, cosine. Since in the question it's mentioned as sine, I'm just taken as usual a part from the cone H L R, and the angle opposite to the right angle is hypotenuse, and angle whatever you have taken here, it is theta. R is the opposite side, H is the adjacent side, L is the hypotenuse part. And for sine theta, from the triangle we have the formula opposite by hypotenuse, that is R by L. And using the equation 4 we are replacing L as 3R, cancelling the terms we are getting 1 by 3. Taking sine to the right side as inverse, we will be getting sine inverse of 1 by 3. Proved. So here the main thing is, from the question try to find which is given, equate to constant, express all variable with respect to one variable in your answer. The second thing, find what is maximum or minimum from the question, use that formula to differentiate. Find the first derivative, find the second derivative, equate the first derivative to 0 to find the value for the variable whatever you are using, substitute in the second derivative and check whether you are getting negative or positive. Accordingly we have maxima or minima. So with that our proof will be over, and I hope this helps you a lot. Whatever the question, whatever the doubt you have, you can ask at any time. Thank you.